On set.
So basically, just tell me why gambling is amazing. Each of you can take a turn down the aisle.
So, me personally, I come from a pretty underprivileged and poor household, and so gambling for me, it's a way to escape that, I think. But by putting the majority of my paycheck, I'd say, some days it's like grocery or gambling, and then obviously I'm going to choose the latter there. But I see it as a way to kind of lift myself up out of this situation that I'm in one day. Hopefully, pretty soon I'm going to hit it big. I've had a few close ones where it's like, if I just had like 50 more bucks to spend at the casino, I could have made it out.
Out of like
That is really raw.
So true.
percentage of like
share.
gamblers, how often would you say they quit before they win big?
Well, I think from what I've heard and from what I've read online, most people quit once they win. Well, like a significant amount.
Uh-huh.
So like, yeah.
Okay, cool.
My turn?
Yeah,
You
Michael
have a
Powell.
specific question?
Just same thing, you know.
Same thing. Why is gambling the best?
Yeah, why is gambling
You know,
amazing for you?
every day I go in to the casino and I get on the penny slots machine and I put in $500.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I've been doing that every month for the last, 17 years. And I think if I was addicted at all, I would know it by now. So I don't really buy into that whole gambling is
sure.
addictive thing that people
There's a
seem
lot
to
of
be going for.
misinformation out there. I think the media likes to portray it as some kind of bad thing when in reality it's like a. I know I'm gonna hit it pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and me personally, I'm very rich, and gambling is social for me, so I can just afford to, splash around a lot of money.
yeah.
If there's this thing called credit cards, and they really, it's like free money every month sort of thing, and like you can just put as much as you want down at the casino, and the money just keeps coming. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this.
So, follow up off that. You would say that you gamble for quote unquote the hell of it. Do you think it's a very skill driven, strategic, stimulating activity for you?
Every gambler is going to give you a different opinion on this. I'm going to tell you the correct one, which is that it is all skill. Gambling is 100% skill all the time. Being able to know exactly when and feel exclusively off vibes when you're going to hit that 21 or when you should split, and then you'll definitely hit that 21, or then if you split again, you'll definitely hit 21 on all three, and then the dealer flaps a 10 and you lose everything. But, you knew that was the right call.
Yeah.
And if I can just add to that, there's another element in that. I don't want to say pay to win there, but there's some things that I do to get the edge above my competition.
Yeah.
So a couple of years back, I was in New Mexico and I bought a lucky rainbow-haired troll off of an old witch in New Mexico, and I take that every single session.
Yeah.
I have that in my pocket, and sometimes I'll feel it, and it'll give me a vibe.
Yeah, so you think it's luck
it's
and
hot,
skill?
It's hot.
I might be able
right?
to weigh
yes,
in here.
Yes, of course. Michael Powell.
Personally, I've been gambling every day for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Quick comment on addiction. I would know if I was addicted.
Yeah, for sure,
If I've been
for
doing
sure.
it for 20 years every day and I'm still not addicted, there's no way
Exactly.
anyone can get
there's just-
addicted.
yeah.
It's not a drug,
That-
it's something you're
I've been
doing. It's an
saying that.
action.
Yeah.
I would say that gambling is definitely exclusively skill. And the most important skill in gambling is knowing when to quit.
Okay.
And that's never.
Yeah.
The only way you can lose, statistically speaking, from a mathematical standpoint, is if you stop playing. Because as long as you keep putting money in, at some point it's statistically plausible that you have to win big.
And
it's a fact.
that's where I'm at right now.
And the moment you just gotta wait until you get there.
I've been at it long
They
enough.
say-
I know my day will come.
90% of gamblers quit right before they hit it big.
Okay.
In 20 years, I haven't won big once, and I haven't quit. That means that I'm gonna hit it big soon. That just proves it.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's true. And what's that strange noise out there? Any other comments on this? I'd say we've hit the addiction talking point. We've hit the you're going to win everything back.
Yeah, I think last question for
gambler's
me
prophecy.
is gonna just be, what makes you guys qualified? Just remind me one more time, give me your name and how long you've been gambling for, and any, what got you started. So I'll start from Luke and I'll just go down.
My name is John D. Poker. Yes, the grandchild of the famous William M. Poker, inventor of five-card poker. I would say obviously I have my lineage, my family tree has made me, and part of it has to be luck because I got lucky by having the gambling genetics that I do,
Right.
and a better mind for gambling, and in that regard, it is luck. So I've been gambling every day for 20 years. My father, grandfather, whole family really professional gamblers. So
Thank you. Michael Powell?
My grandfather actually invented and worked for many of the major gambling machine industries back in the 60s and 70s, and he was very sincere in his faith, and he always told me when I was very young, probably about 8 to 6 years old, that he was, he would never rig a machine in favor of the house to screw over some working class stiff. And I believe that my grandfather was a man of integrity. So yeah, and I can only assume that the industry has kept up that same level of professionalism and integrity
For sure.
over the last 40 years. So,
Okay.
of course.
And what got you started?
My name's Trailer Park Tiger. I started pretty young at like maybe 4 or 5. Whenever I'd be home from school, and then my mom would come home with a bunch of scratch offs that she works at the gas station, so she'd get off her shift and then cash her paycheck on the scratch offs. And that's kind of what started me going. And then she never really made money off of that because she didn't go at it long enough. She eventually, it's rough. She's in rehab now.
Okay.
But I'm not a quitter, so I'm not gonna do that. But
Thank you.
Since then, it kind of just went from there.
Gotcha. Thank you. This should be very informational for me.
Yes.
I appreciate it.